football here at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the New England Patriots.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
And here we have a former Super Bowl MVP. Now, Mike, he might not be what he once was, but you can argue he has transitioned into being one of, if not the most reliable backup quarterback in the entire NFL. Whenever he's been forced into the starting lineup, he gives your team a chance. That's all you could ask for, especially at this point in his career.
Jones on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. The tight end Fant in motion. And he's up past the 35. Got a first down. Putting down at the 37.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now Brown, and this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, in and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Flacco. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
The tight end Fant in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seemed a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. That's taken at about the 14. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Patriots. And Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's a lot of people that are really high on this young quarterback, Mike, and for good reason. Got good experience last year, albeit on a bad team. Made 12 starts as a rookie. But now he can come into training camp and come into the season understanding this is my team, franchise, and if they want to compete within that division, they're going to have to get great quarterback play from Drake.
And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. bootleg. Here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Every blade of grass and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, New England.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
At the 17-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
Oh, a loose football. The Bengals have got it. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses, the defense is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Patriots nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. Let's see if they can bounce back from the early mistake. That fumble a moment ago returned for a touchdown. The offense gets it back. 1st and 10. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go play action with May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. 3rd and short, and here is May. Mario Douglas, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row in the face.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bengals offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Flacco. He'll swing this one out to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. To throw is Flacco. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Flacco. One too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one, and it's going to be 3rd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next. That's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's Brown. Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 21. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard
Big hole
line.
up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7
Gain
yards.
of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Patriots' 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and a couple. Here's Flacco. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Milton Williams getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Flacco to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a first and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. A rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now, May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Third and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
It's been a
yards.
busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
A gain of 22
So here's a
yards.
play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
We are through one. It's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. The option, they give it to Stevenson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Kayshawn Boutte was the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Bryce Baringer now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
The tight end Fant in motion. On the ground, it's Brown. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Aaron harder that time, there to make the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, New England.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Slot man in motion right. May now on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They're going. It's May. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To throw on 1st down is May. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Tayshaun Boutte. Touchdown, New England.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Pats are on the board. It's 10-7.
Patriots 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. Whoa! And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Flacco. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 27.
The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. It's Henderson to start this drive. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
That's good.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes! Chris Jenkins Jr. getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They quickly out to Diggs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun. It's May. That one taken in by Douglas. that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second down and 8. Off the bootleg. Here's May. To the left side, he's got Henry. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's May. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Patriots will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Scrimmage, that's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Throwing, Flacco. This one complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd
2 minutes to play
7.
here in what's been an even first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. 3rd and 7. Flacco. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
To throw is Flacco. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. third down coming up.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on downs. He's closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game, and we haven't hit halftime yet. A definite storyline to follow closely. Maybe adds to it here as they embark on this next drive. On 1st and 10, here's May. That one complete to Hollins. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain there of 11. First down, New England.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Operating from the shotgun, it's May, who outs another catch for his favorite target.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, check him out. Check him out.
To throw again is May. He'll step up and run this. And he will get into the end zone. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots go up by 7. It is now 17-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The Bengals offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. To throw. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Flacco. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Here's Flacco to throw. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. Austin Hooper was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
May gonna look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Bengals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Now Flacco. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, they'll set up. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with first and 10. Douglas in motion. Off the play fake, here's May. Has completed to Douglas. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll bring up second down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On the ground, here is Henderson. And he gets forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
May. That's complete to Diggs. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Patriots ready for the punt. Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Set up to throw. Their throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
A run now on 2nd down. He'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
To number 5, T. Higgins. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Flacco. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That one good for 26 yards.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Flacco. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Flacco. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. To throw on first down is May. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. Throwing is May. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They're all set to punt this one away. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Higgins sent in motion. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Slot man in motion left. His show can't sweep and instead run it up the middle. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. It's going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Henderson. And walk him down up beyond the 30. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And the Patriots, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here, a big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. He'll get about 2. Josh Newton in there on the tackle.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw. Pass caught left side by Fast. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Flacco. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, You separate the receiver from the ball, and those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Ooh! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Inside the 20. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's May. They'll look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. And he'll take it on in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Bengals now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats are going to open up the lead to 8.
Patriots 24, Bengals 16.
So following the touchdown, Bengals is back to send this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. It's a throw, and it's Higgins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Flacco to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Andre Yosibach. That's a gain of 5. brings up 3rd and 3.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Flacco. That is caught. Finding Higgins. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw yet again. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Now Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Forced out wide.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and short, and here is May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bengals offense ready to take over once again. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, he'll set up to throw. There's Fant open right side. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Throwing, Flacco. Defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. To throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw now. May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Patriots first down.
17 yards. And the Patriots first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Patriots.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Once more, it's Henderson. He's got another first down and more. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Patriots first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And off it is Henderson heading left, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
He was brought down.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
They'll drop to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. Hunter Henry, touchdown New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The extra point now for Bengals. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Bengals 16.
So following the touchdown, Bengals is back to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. This is 1st and 10. Is Flacco. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Flacco. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Noah Fant was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Andre Yosivach was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Here we go. One final play. And will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.